Hi, Littlestone here. I wanted to give a quick garden update. So right now I'm still working on the medicinal herb garden area that's been taken over by honeysuckle. And I figured out today that there's another weed growing in here that is kind of important to get out. So this one, after talking with a few friends, is called smilax. And some of you may be familiar with it. I'm not very familiar with it, but I was told that it has a tuber that is underground. The above ground part is very thin and has very sharp thorns on it. And so it's been a kind of pain pulling these things out. And I didn't realize, but if I don't get the tuber out, which is underground, it'll just spring right back up. So I've been working on digging some of those tubers out. If you don't know what that word means, it's kind of like a piggy bank that the plant stores its energy in. So potatoes, that's an example of a tuber. And if you just put a potato in the ground, and if it's alive, it can grow out of that and turn into a whole potato plant. Even if it's even just a section of the potato, that can happen. So I wanted to update you. I've been digging about a foot deep and pulling up these tubers. And I found that it's really, really nice soil down there. So that's exciting. And it seems, as far as I went, it's nice, rich looking soil. And I also wanted to talk about the smilax and how it maybe would fit into medicinal herbs. So I haven't looked into it yet, but I faintly remember hearing that smilax is medicinal in some way. There's a school of thinking, maybe just a tradition or even an instinct of thinking about herbalism that says that herbs look like the thing that they heal. So an example of that would be walnuts, which are kind of brain-shaped, are good for our brains. And carrots, which you slice, if you slice them, they have that circle with a smaller circle inside of it. So the thought is that that's like an eyeball, and so carrots are good for your eyes or for your vision. I was trying to figure out what smilax might be good for, the tuber, and I was thinking, so here's what it looks like. It's really weird. To me it looks kind of like an insect, but I'll also show you the upper part, which is hard to handle, but you can probably see right there. It's very thorny. You may not have gotten much of a glimpse of that. But the root, I was thinking, or the tuber, maybe would be good for intestinal health or colon health, since it resides deep in the ground and you really have to dig to get to it. That could be, kind of symbolic of like the depths of our digestive system. It also has a kind of like ridged shape to it. I also noticed after my friend Sky pointed out that it has these knuckles on parts of it, and so the idea is maybe it could be good for joint health, or it really looks like a phalanges of a finger. It could be good for joints, for arthritis or something like that. And I don't know for sure, so I'm definitely going to look into it before telling anybody else kind of officially that it would have a use like that. And it may turn out that it doesn't have any kind of medicinal use at all. But it's just something that I thought I would share, since looking at these things brought it to my mind. Sky and I are in the process of setting up a burn area. We're going to burn a huge pile of the honeysuckle, and I'll show you that right now. So I've kind of balled this up into a giant snowball type mound of honeysuckle, and the idea that why it would be good to burn it is that the honeysuckle plant may have arrived into the soil here for the purpose of amending it, for the purpose of restoring the pH or a certain like mineral balance, and that as it grows and dies and grows and dies each year, it would be putting that back into the soil. So another way of thinking about how to get rid of herbs is that it's best to return them to the spot where they came from. Some people may compost them, others can also burn them, and that's what we're going to try. If we can get the fire started, I'll show you footage of that. If not, then this will be the end of the video. But I'm excited. It's going to be a lot of fun, and I hope that you all are having just as much fun wherever you are. Bye. So I don't know how well you can see the fire. You can probably hear it, but we can feel it. Man, it's a nice blaze going. Right now Sky is throwing some on top. We're making a kind of nest inferno. Firebird. Phoenix will rise out of it. Yeah, that was a nice big clump. And the idea is that the ash should help balance out the pH of the soil. And if it's creating char too, that char will lock in nutrients and in the long run really help maintain the soil's health. Ooh, it's really blazing. So, if you feel like enjoying the fruits of your labor in the form of a giant fiery nest, then this is the place to do it. So come out to the garden if you're interested. There are lots of other things that you can do here, not just gardening, but also cooking, cleaning, picking up micro trash, which is little bits of trash, plastic and things like that we don't really want on the farm. And in the future we should have a nice space for some office workers too. So everybody is welcome, and the more we get together, the happier we will be. Okay, bye.